Good evening, dear student of MCOM. Uh, I think today we will be going to discuss the new topic, which is cost of capital. Basically, when we talk about cost of capital and the student of commerce, we think the interest on capital, what we have paid to the proprietor, or interest on capital, what we have paid to the partners, are the costs which we basically paid for the capital what we have raised uh, from them. But in fact, when it comes to company, it is something beyond that. Okay, it's not only the cost of interest, but also it includes floating cost. It also includes taxation cost, so on and so forth. So it's not only the interest what we pay to the debenture holder or debt or to the term loan will be considered as cost. Beyond that, also if something has been considered, like rate of taxation is 50%, then that also will be very much vital and important when we compute the cost of capital, particularly cost of debt or cost of debenture. So let me take you to that topic. So we know there are different capital we have when it comes to limited company. It might be equity shareholder, it might be preference shareholder, it might be debenture, it might be term loan, it might be retained earning. So all these different capital will have different way to compute their cost. It's not only the interest or dividend what we will pay will be considered as their cost. So let us go one by one. I told you that there will be cost of equity, cost of retained earning. We will see everything one by one. Let us first talk about cost of debenture or debt. What is the formula for computing the cost of debenture or debt? The formula goes like this. AD is equal to interest 1 minus T. T is tax rate. F F is issue price. F is redemption price. T is issue price. N is number of years for which we raised those debentures, and so this is how the formula of cost of debenture or cost of debt to be computed. In and here there is a abbreviation. Okay, cost of debenture, annual interest, corporate tax rate, redemption price, issue price, and maturity period. Kindly take down this and the formula on your notebook. Completed. I is interest paid, T is tax rate, F is redemption price, T is issue price, N is number of years for which those debentures raised. Everyone got it? So now let's
हाँ
based
सर.
on this do this question. Solve this question and compute the cost of debenture. quickly get me the answer. It should not take that much of time. What
सर
was
हो
the
गया.
formula for cost of debt? What was the formula for cost of debt? I1 minus T plus F minus P divided by N, F plus P divided by 2. Am I right?
Yes sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I is given. Have you got this in this question? What is I?
Yes sir.
How much?
14%.
14%. Okay. What is the redeemable value? 5% premium. After
5% after 10 years.
105, number of years 10, issue price 97, tax rate 50%. Everything is given. Just put these things on the formula. You will get the answer. कितना टाइम लगा रहे हैं आप लोग? देखो जरा. Are you getting like this?
Yes sir.
Then simplify करो उसको.
सर 7.7% आता है.
Let's see.
7.7%.
सही आंसर है. क्या था इसमें? कौन सा रॉकेट साइंस है? इतना टाइम लगा रहे हैं आप लोग. Let us go to next question. Question number 2, quickly.
Eight 8.42%, sir.
Others. देखो जरा 8.42 आ रहा है क्या? हाँ 8.40 अप्रॉक्स वही है. देख लो. Is it telling उसरा?
Yes, sir.
Is it matching with your calculation?
एक मिनट से देखने दो. Perfect, sir.
Let us go to next. Cost of term loan. The formula for cost of term loan is much easier than cost of debt. It is I 1 minus T. Okay. I 1 minus T. Now I need not have to tell you the abbreviation. T means tax rate. I means rate of interest. Okay. So now get me the answer of this question.
Five point four percentage.
5.4.
Absolutely right. So next, cost of preference here. Okay. What is the formula for cost of preference capital? KP. Instead of interest, we will put the dividend, preference dividend. Okay. Rest all will be as it is. F is redemption price, P is issue price, N is number of years. Rest all will be as it is. Because on preference here, we never get the interest tax benefit. You have seen and you have read in, you must have studied in your financial accounting also. When we pay the interest on debenture, it is net profit from the net profit before tax. Whereas when we pay the dividend, it is always from net profit after tax. So tax benefit we never get from either preference dividend or equity dividend. Clear hai? Okay, that
Sir.
not find 1 minus T. Tax benefit is not there. That is why if someone is asking, that is that is cheapest source of fund or equity is the cheapest source of fund. From in debt and equity, what is the cheapest source of fund for the company? For company's point of view, debt or equity, which is cheapest source of fund? Quickly.
Debt, sir.
Why?
सर पैसा जा रहा है ना कंपनी का, हम लोग डिविडेंड दे रहे
इक्विटी में पैसा नहीं जाता है क्या? इक्विटी में भी डिविडेंड में जाता है.
इक्विटी तो लास्ट में देते हैं ना सबको पेमेंट करने के बाद.
हाँ तो आई एम टॉक नहीं, तुम यूर रीपेमेंट, यू आर थिंकिंग अबाउट रीपेमेंट. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी इज चीपर और कॉस्ट ऑफ डेट इज चीपर फॉर द कंपनी.
कॉस्ट ऑफ इक्विटी आई थिंक सो.
व्हाई?
बिकॉज डेट में फिक्स रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट रहता है कुछ तो.
एंड इक्विटी में
सर फ्लेक्सिबल रहता है, उसका कुछ फिक्स नहीं रहता है.
which is absolutely wrong answer. मैं चाहता था तुम एरर करो, अब भी मैंने समझाया. सपोज आपने 14% डिविडेंड डिक्लेयर किया इक्विटी में एंड 14% इंटरेस्ट है आपका डेट का, तो दैट डेट का 14% विल गिव यू ओनली 7% का लोड. बाय 50% टैक्स बेनिफिट यू विल गेट, बट इक्विटी का 14% का लोड विल गिव यू 14% का लोड. So always debt is a cheaper source of finance, but we always do the trading on equity. Based on equity, we can raise the debt, not beyond that. नहीं तो आपका भी हालत जेट एयरवेज और मालिया का कौन सा था, किंगफिशर एयरवेज जैसा हो जाएगा.
विजय माल्या.
ओके, so that is why trading on equity is very important. जितना इक्विटी है उतना ही डेट में रेज कर पाऊंगा. उससे अगर ज्यादा लिया तो हो सकता है मेरी कंपनी बैंकरप्ट हो जाएगी. We will not be in a position to repay the interest even. Okay, that was a very healthy discussion about debt and equity. Now, that is why here you are not finding 1 minus T. So again, everything will be there. You get me the answer of question number 4. दिख रहा है क्या क्वेश्चन नंबर 4? Quickly get me the answer.
Sir, 14.9.
14.9. Okay. Again, what is the formula for cost of preference share? Just now we have seen dividend on preference share, redemption price of preference share minus issue price of preference share divided by number of year for which we are keeping the preference share divided by future price, redemption price of preference share plus issue price of preference share divided by 2. I hope you have followed the same formula.
Yes, sir.
Then just put those values here. यही है ना वैल्यूएशन आपका? चेक करो.
हाँ सर,
हाँ, तो फिर वही आंसर आएगा जो आप बोल रहे हैं.
यही है.
क्या है आंसर? 14.9. 14.78 आ रहा है, देखो जरा.
ओके सर.
ठीक है. So now both the topic which are left out, they are very simple formula. In fact, whether you take semester 1 or semester 2, they are formula based, logical one, but you should know where which formula to be used, and they are very, very helpful for taking managerial decisions. Let us go to next question. Oh, yeah, 14.8. Question number 9. Question number 5, please do it.
सर, 12.5%.
हो सकता है. Absolutely right. Very good. Now I think there will be new concept. So we have seen cost of debt, we have seen cost of term loan, we have already finished cost of preference share. These all are important for tomorrow's lecture. Please keep in mind. And I expect you to practice. The next
Okay, sir.
cost of equity. Okay. What is the formula for cost of equity? Dividend on equity divide by price on equity plus G. G म्हणजे growth rate. Okay. Cost of equity is dividend on equity divided by price on equity, price of equity plus G, that is growth rate. याद रहेगा? This is the formula for equity. Based on this, just solve question number 6. Dividend on equity divided by price on equity plus G. G is growth rate. Solve this question.
17.6 percentage.
17.56%.
Absolutely right. Go to next.
%14.54%.
14.5%.
Yes, very good. So we have seen cost of debt, cost of term loan, cost of preference share capital, and cost of equity share capital. The cost of retained earning is equal to cost of equity share capital. There is no difference between cost of equity and cost of retained earning. Yeah, here it is. KR is equal to KE. Keep in mind. So with that, I think we completed all cost of capitals. Okay. But tomorrow we are going to do weighted average cost of capital. For that, again, there will be a revision for all cost of capital. In that, you just have to multiply by the weights. So my humble request, kindly revise all these things and then attend tomorrow's lecture so that you will be in a position to answer those weighted average cost of capital questions. Any doubt? Any doubt to anyone?
No, sir.
Sorry?
No, sir.
Thank you. Good night. Take care. See you tomorrow evening. Either at 6:30 or 7. Depends by what time I'm coming back from the college. Bye. Good night. Take care.
Bye, sir.